So you can go on to Maplin first. I would suggest Maplin because I know they're the ones who have the fans I need, the exact dimensions and the voltage. Go on Maplin, or if you have a store around, have a look. They should stock um, computer microfans as well as 9-volt battery harnesses. So what you're trying to do is, let's just take the lens off to make it easier to see. You want to put two fans, one here and one here. Now, if you want to put the fans, one blowing in to the mask, one blowing out of the mask, that's up to you. But personally, as someone who wears glasses, I find that the goggles themselves will not fog up. Dye makes perfect. Like, I've never seen someone have problems with a dye mask with fogging up. I used to wear side profits, never had a problem with fogging up. It's just the glasses are fog up. And of course, the easiest thing to do is to wear contact lenses. That would probably be the easiest thing to do. I personally hate contact lenses. I hate putting things into my eye. It just makes me want to rip my corneas out. So this would be the alternative. The other thing you could do is buy a fog dock and just apply it on your glasses before games to make sure that it won't fog up. And the other option is this. So you will want your fans around here. You attach them by cable ties, super glue, whatever way you want. You can epoxy them as well if you don't mind lowering the resale value of your Macs. I super glued the side profits. The super glue won't leave any marks, and it's easy to get off. And once you've got that sorted, you want to think where you want to put your battery harness. I've got a camera mount on this side, so I won't be able to use this side. If you've got a lot of time, what I would suggest is getting Velcro patch and then sewing a Velcro patch onto the actual strap of your goggle. If you don't have a lot of time, you can just cable tie it. Again, cable tie sorts everything out. Cable tie it to the side of your goggles, and you've got, a wall balance set up. But to the fans themselves. So these I picked up for, this was the battery harness. That was 89p, less than a pound. These were a $5 each. I think, yeah, they were $5 each, $4.99 each. And these are the 17mm ones. You don't want the 25mm ones. The 17mm ones will fit perfectly well inside the venting area. 25mm will not fit in there. So, and also because you need to make sure that it's a 5-volt. If you can see there, that's a 5-volt. Anything over that, and your 9-volt battery will not be able to power that. So let's take these out and have a look. These are computer fans, and you see that it comes with that attachment. You won't need that. And it also comes with that yellow cable. You won't need that either. So what you want to do is you want to cut off the yellow cable as close as possible here, and then you want to cut off the black and red ones at the base here. The best way to do this is after you've figured out where you want this, you want to measure how long the cable is, and if it's possible for you to trim the 9-volt harness. I need a screwdriver. So as you can see, your 9-volt would fit perfectly in here. Now these two cables, they go in, one of them is attached don't know if you can see it from here, but one of them attaches, the red one attaches to that one, and the black one attaches to that. So the best thing you can do is completely cut it off and try to solder it directly onto that, onto where it's coming out from. If you can't do that, that's okay. If you can do that, you can do the sellotape one, which is also extremely easy. But let's go back. Oh, let's not use that screw. Let's go back to the fans for a second, because you want to cut off these things. So if we start off by clipping off the black and red cables, there we go, and then get rid of the yellow one, which is as far as we can go, is probably here. You can probably do a better job than I can, but you need the right tools, and obviously round tip scissors will not do. But now that you've got this, let's do the same with the other one. So the black and the red at the tip, and the yellow at the base, as close as possible. You could probably get away with yanking it out, but probably don't want to risk getting something else damaged. Right, mask again. So you'd have one of these. Yes, but another thing to mention, you probably want to test these before you glue them in. You want to know which direction it's blowing into. So that's the 9V in place. I'd suggest to always use do-yourself Pro cells. They are actual 9V. There will be a lot of brands that say it's a 9V battery. It's not. It's close to 9V, but it's not. Do-yourself Pro cell lasts forever. Well, not forever, but you can get them quite cheap on eBay and Amazon. So let's move on to the fan. So I've trimmed the wires a bit, as you can see here, and you've got the fan over here. The box has a little switch at the back. And let's just put this back together. There we go. So that switch at the back, on off. So that's on, and that will be this side, giving off air. Nothing on the other side, only on this side. So now you know which side you want facing in or out. And let's just remove that again. So now that you've trimmed the wires, you want to expose a bit about. You do the same with the other one, but just for demonstration purposes. So what I will do now is get a rough idea of why I want this, and check that this wire can reach to the back over here, and also have to check that the lens will go in after that. I would suggest super glue. Epoxy is something you want to use for a permanent thing. Super glue, it won't ruin the resale value of your goggles. Epoxy just ruins the mask. Like, if you look at the goggle mod of the camera mod here, that's all epoxied onto the mask, and as you can see, it's not exactly clean. So once you try to sell it, people might not want it. But yes, so you've got this here, and you just want to make sure that the lens will fit in, no problem. And let's just make sure just make sure that they go in. So they're in now, and yep, they are fitting in, no problem. and it will sit there. Don't know if you can see this here, but it's where my finger's pointing. So yeah, once you've got that, just pop the lens out again. So you've got your lens out again. Now, you are looking to check that the length of the cable, or of the wires, I shouldn't say cable, you want to see the length of the wires is enough. So what I'm doing here is threading them through the vent holes, because you want them going through somewhere that's not visible, or is it going to take a paintball hit? Because the wires, even if you solder them, if you take a paintball hit on the wire, it's not going to be a good day for you. So that's out. And what you can do is just cable tie them across the top here to keep them in place, and then they'll reach towards the back here, so that's no problem, which means that now you can safely cut up these wires and then solder them either here or inside here. Now if you don't want to solder this cable onto the box here, what you can do is you you trim the wires so that it shows quite a large area of just bare wire, and what you do is you twine them together. I don't know if that's the right word to say, but essentially you're just rolling it together to make sure that they stay together like that. See what I've done? But that by itself will not hold you. You want to put a thin strip of either sellotape or duct tape, either will do, around that to protect that, and then around these two sides as well to make sure it holds together. You're probably going to have to open it up every now and then. I've had to open mine up maybe after half a year of playing with the fans on. But that's only if you don't want to solder them on, either because you don't have one or because you're not very good at soldering and you can't get someone to do it for you. This will work just as fine. All you have to do is make sure that this cable here is shorter. But personally, I would suggest getting this soldering it straight into here. Well, thank you very much for watching, and I hope this video helps.